Hi, and welcome to the third CSS video of how to develop a portfolio website. In this video, we're going to wrap up our CSS and make sure it's fully responsive, meaning we had previously just created a mobile screen size, and now we are going to adapt it for a tablet screen size as well as a full desktop screen size. So before we jump into our sketch and see what changes we need to make, I wanted to quickly remind you that you can get the sketch file that I'm about to show you at sketchvids.xyz. You can click here and sign up for my email list, where you can get instant access to all the sketch files that I use for my tutorial videos. So you'll get not only the sketch file for this project, but for every tutorial course that I've done. So let's jump into our sketch file and see what we have to design or develop. This is what we did, and we created a sticky footer, sticky call to action button right here. Now let's jump up to tablet and see what we can do here. Now I can see that the call to action button jumps up to the corner right here. I'm thinking we could make that sticky as well, or we can in the next video we're going to learn how to use JavaScript to create a sticky header that jumps up like this when you scroll down. So we'll see if we can use that in this video or the next one, but we're definitely going to position it up top right here in this video. Then we'll see that the portfolio area, the work area, gets split into two columns, and below that we see that the blog area is widened up quite a bit, and you'll notice that the width of the blog titles doesn't take up the entire width of the design. It actually takes up 5 columns out of 8. And we'll keep that in mind, and this is still centered up, which is good. And then we'll see that this spreads out into this footer spreads out into a single line. So let's get started. Oh, also, see in the hero area that we have a lot of breaks in this intro title. So having said that, let's get started. So let's widen this up. 768. Let's do 769 just in case. So we need to make sure that this works. So first of all, we'll need to create media queries. So we can go to our variables and create media queries, which we already have. We have a min and a large. So we can go to our hero area and do media hashtag dot and do medium. Let's see what we're going to do. Back to sketch. Let's do 48, and this is going to be 2 rems away, and this is going to be 40 rems away. Cool. So currently it has a padding of 1.5 rems. I need to increase that to 2. So padding is 2, and actually let's do 2.5 rems, see what that looks like. Let's make sure it's compiling. There we go. Cool. Okay. And let's see, let's go back here. And this needs to be 3 and 8 pixel, 8 rems in the bottom. So let's see if that works. Perfect. And we are going to do width right here, 335, 521. Let's do 32 max width. It's, I believe, headline. Let me check out. It's headline, description. Headline and description. Max width 32 rems. And then we also have link. Let's also call this a block. And we are going to go to our main CSS again. Let's go to our typography and white center, and block is simply going to be display block. See why this isn't working. Actually, let's use our grid that we've been using. So we're going to do medium, column, 5. And go here, get rid of this max width 32 stuff. And this as well. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's go to our grid and medium, column, 5, padding, perfect. It's looking really good. Cool. And before we put the before we work on this, let's focus on this contact me as well. So this is going to be interesting. Let's go here, take care of that. Believe. just in our header. And it's going to be contact me right here. So do at media, medium. And so at medium, we're going to do position relative. See what that looks like. Cool. Now we can do 208. So 13. Oops, it's absolute. Right, and top to rem. Nope. Let's do height auto. So contact me, let's see where that is. It's in header container. Container. Actually, before we do that, let's create a media query. Save this. And media. Again, medium. So now when we have a tablet sized area, we can do display, flex, justify content, space between, see how that looks, and align items. Flex end. Nope, it's actually not that. I believe it's justify content and flex end. Perfect. And we have this area. And get rid of this. Perfect. Let's add some padding here as well. Let's actually make sure that we have everything correct. So this is supposed to wrap into here. So let's do that. Header container itself is going to be position absolute top. Perfect. One RAM, 0. See how that looks? And I know we're kind of hacking it right now. It's not super semantic, but it'll look much better when we take care of it with the JavaScript. So it's really cool. You have this, and then when you go up here, it becomes this. Very cool. Let's just make sure that we have everything right. If this is 2 rems, yes. Away from that. We have our hero, and we're going to do, let's add 2 rem to that. Let's do 8. Perfect, 8's good. Okay, so we are not going to follow this layout because I don't know what I was thinking when I created this. It's not a layout for 768 size, it's a layout for 720 size with it being fixed. It's kind of awkward and weird, so we'll just do it our way. So it's looking good for now. What I'd like to do now is let's focus on this work area. So we have hero and portfolio. We have all these portfolio pieces. So what we can do is I'm pressing down command so we can multiple select these and do medium, column 4. Save it and see what's not working. Let's go in here, medium column 4. And I believe what we have to do here is max width 50%. Still not working. Odd. It's the strangest thing. Let's see. I think I know why. Let's do asterisk, then border or box sizing. Border box. See how that looks. Perfect. Yep. So the reason it wasn't working was because by default CSS creates a not border box, but let's see, a content box, I believe. Box sizing, which means the padding. When you add a padding, it creates it outside the object. Border box, it pads it inside. So 50% plus 50% will equal 100, regardless of the padding in those boxes. So we have this working. And let's go back here, see how it looks. So it's going to be for each. Okay. In that case, margin left is going to be 2 rems. Nope. What we can do here is actually, if we're going to do a non-separate thing like this, let's actually just get rid of the border or margin bottom margin thing as well. So portfolio piece, and let's add a media query. Margin bottom 0. Awesome. Now let's work on the blog. Now, the increased padding is 3. Cool. Simple enough. Padding is 3 rems and 0. Perfect. And what else? 418 or 5 rems. Okay. Let's go back here. Article title. Okay. Blog and then blog article title. Cool. So do another media query right here. Is max width. Let's see. 418. Okay, I know, dude. So let's do 26 rems. Perfect. Cool, and let's see if there's anything we need to add for this right here. 64, 64. So I believe that is going to be, again, media and medium. And we already have the padding, I believe, so we don't even need this. That's fine, and that's fine the way it is. Cool. So we have this. We have our tablet size. Now let's work on our desktop size. You'll see that that needs some work as well, especially up here. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we can do. We have this full width thing right here, so this needs to change. Okay, so what I did wrong was I gave hero the background even though it was supposed to go to header background. So that's what we'll fix right now. Header background. And that, let's copy all of this, or cut it rather, Command X, and just put that in here. Cool. And now what we need to do actually is fix this position stuff, which is an absolute nightmare. So get rid of that. Cool, and so let's go back to square one, which is this. Right here, we don't have anything special. So what we do here is make sure the heading. Now when we grow it, we get this huge thing. That's when we can do some padding. Now it's looking much better. Cool. All right, so now let's focus on this size right here. Let's go to sketch again, and we see that our H1 here is shifted up in size, and it is 3 REMs large, and it's 7 actually. I think we can get away with 6, or let's try 7. So let's go here. LRG, call 7. It's looking good. And go to typography. So we can do and media, large, oops, not Laura, large. And let's do H1. Font size, 3 rems. Line height. Oops, not rems. 56 pixels, so it's 3.5 rem. Still too big. Let's see. The deal with that is, so we have your headline, 2 rem. Cool. Now it's looking much better. What we can do now is sure the it's looking good. This actually looks great now. We can increase the size of this grid area. Since I have 60, that's to 80. Much better. Shade is a little too big. 60 is fine. We should do here though is go back here and we're going to change portfolio piece. And height. Just do 32 rem minus 2m, 2rem. Perfect. Cool. And of course, actually I forgot to do one more thing is on tablet size, I believe you have an added line height of 3 rems. As opposed to 2. So we have section. Let's go to modules. Nope. Let's see. I believe it's portfolio. No, it's open the modules again. Let's do section, margin, bottom, 2 rems, and media. Three rem and 4 rem. Oops, this is supposed to be large. And header background. Perfect. Let's go in here. And let's clean this up. This be 0. Go to contact. Footer list. Okay. Footer list. And I believe blog is supposed to have a 0. Perfect. Cool. Awesome. And now let's see. We have 3. Cool. See how it looks on 4. Yeah, 4 looks much better. And I believe we should do background, position, top 15%, and right. Perfect. Cool. Looking really sharp. And awesome. So that wraps up this video. In the next one, we are going to set up our JavaScript. So we have a sticky header when we scroll down, and really make this work much more nicely, and wrap up this series. So I hope this was also informative. I'll see you guys in the next video, and make sure, if you haven't already done so, to follow along this sketch document by going to sketchvids.xyz. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.